watch the crazy weapons on US aircraft carriers you never knew existed before. So we know that aircraft carriers are so big and like so many things are on it, and especially the jets and the weight of the jets. And I think so it has a lot of facilities. And today we are going to watch the weapons inside it, because that is the main thing if somebody is attacking and like you have to launch your aircraft at this moment. So aircraft carriers must have those kind of weapons to fight with the enemies. So we are going to watch this in video, so let's get into the video. Oh,
Wow.
everything is huge.
Yeah.
A single U.S. aircraft carrier holds more firepower than most countries' entire military arsenals. But the weapons
And
you see on the
we can
surface
predict
are
that
just the
it
beginning.
is very
Hidden beneath the
costly.
flight deck and built into the island structure
Yeah.
are defensive systems so advanced they can vaporize incoming
It's
threats
looking
in
so
seconds.
deadly.
Yes.
Some use
And it's
technology
so
that sounds like
huge
science fiction.
as well.
Lasers that never run out of ammunition,
Oh.
electromagnetic launchers, and drone hunting missiles that cost less than a tank of gas.
Drone hunting.
The Navy doesn't advertise these
Wow.
systems. Most people don't even know they
Oh,
exist.
even most people
Today,
doesn't know
you're
about
about
this.
to discover
that
the hidden
do
arsenal
lead
that
like
makes
this.
American carriers the most feared weapons platforms on Earth. Introduction. When you think of aircraft carriers, you probably picture fighter jets
Yeah.
taking off and landing. But what protects
Yes.
the carrier itself?
That's the main question.
How does a ship worth
Main
$13
question,
billion
yes.
defend against swarms of drones, hypersonic missiles, and submarine attacks? The answer lies in a sophisticated web of weapon systems that most people never see. The U.S. Navy operates 11
Okay.
nuclear-powered supercarriers. Each one serves as a mobile airbase carrying around
Oh.
65 aircraft and over
65
4,000 crew members.
aircraft.
4,000
These
crew
vessels can operate
members.
for 20 years without refueling.
That's a huge
and
number,
launch
man.
planes from anywhere on the planet
Yeah.
without needing permission to use foreign airfields. But all that capability means nothing if the carrier gets sunk.
Oh yeah.
That's why the Navy has invested heavily in defensive weapons that create multiple layers of protection.
I think so that sinking
What do you
might
think
be
is the
very
most
expensive
impressive weapon
because
system
these
on a
aircraft
carrier?
carriers
Drop
are
your thoughts in the
very
comments below.
expensive.
Yeah.
In billions.
The Visible Guardians. Let's start with the
Yes.
weapons you can actually see. Every Nimitz-class carrier is equipped with 2 to 3 phalanx
Okay.
close and weapon systems. These automated gun turrets look like R2-D2 from Star Wars, but they serve a deadly
It's just
serious
leaving the
purpose.
smoke.
Each phalanx
Yes.
contains a 6-barrel 20mm Gatling gun that
Oh.
fires
Wow.
4,500 rounds per minute.
I
That's
want to
75
witness
bullets
this.
every second. The system operates completely
75
autonomously.
bullets every second?
It uses radar
How?
to detect incoming missiles, calculates their trajectory, and opens fire without human intervention. The guns are designed as a last line of
this
defense.
is so
When everything else has
automatic.
failed and a missile is seconds away from impact, the phalanx springs into action. It creates a wall of lead between
okay.
the threat and the ship, essentially shredding the incoming projectile before it can hit. Each phalanx mount holds 1,550 rounds, giving it roughly 20 seconds of continuous firing time. The ammunition consists of tungsten penetrator rounds that punch through missile bodies and detonate their warheads safely away from the ship. Right next to the phalanx mounts, you'll find the rolling airframe missile launchers. These
Oh.
cylindrical boxes hold 21 infrared guided missiles, specifically
Oh, wow.
designed to intercept
Crazy.
incoming anti-ship missiles. Unlike the
sound is
guns,
so
ram
scary.
missiles can engage threats at longer ranges,
That
up to 5
sound.
nautical miles away. What makes rams special is
Like
its
it just
dual
feels
mode
like
guidance
the world
system.
is ending.
Yes.
During the initial phase, it homes in on radio frequency emissions from an incoming missile's guidance system. As it gets closer, it switches to infrared tracking, locking
Okay.
onto the heat signature. This makes it extremely difficult to jam or confuse. Then there's the Evolved
Sparrow
Sea
missile.
Sparrow missile.
Sparrow
These are
missiles. They
larger,
have
more
so
sophisticated
aggressive
interceptors
and
designed to
missiles.
I have
engage
not
aerial
heard
threats
about
at medium
this
ranges.
before.
Each ESSM
Yeah.
is 11 feet long and uses semi-active radar homing to track targets. They accelerate to over twice the speed of sound and feature advanced maneuvering capabilities that allow them to intercept highly agile targets. But here's what most people don't realize. Carriers themselves carry only defensive weapons. They're not bristling with long-range missiles or artillery. The offensive
Okay.
punch comes entirely from the aircraft wing and the escort ships. The Navy learned long ago that carriers are too valuable to risk in
Okay.
direct combat.
You cannot
Their
risk
job is to
them.
launch
True.
planes, not exchange fire with enemy vessels.
The
The
invisible shield.
invisible shield. Now we're getting into the systems that don't make the promotional videos. Every modern carrier is equipped with electronic warfare suites that
Oh,
can jam
they
enemy
can
radars,
jam.
confuse
Jammers.
incoming missiles,
Wow.
and
Radars,
intercept
basically.
communications. The ANSLQ-32 electronic warfare system is the carrier's primary
Crazy.
defensive electronic countermeasure. It can detect, classify, and jam enemy radar emissions across a wide frequency spectrum. When an enemy radar locks onto the carrier, the SLQ-32 immediately identifies the type of threat and deploys appropriate countermeasures. It can either jam the radar directly or deploy chaff, clouds of metallic strips that create false radar returns. Modern versions incorporate
And
machine
through this
learning
video, we
algorithms
can
that can
also
identify new
assume
threat
that how
signatures and
advanced
develop
America
countermeasures
is
in real time.
becoming.
The system continuously updates its threat library
Yes.
based on intelligence gathered from around the globe. Carriers also deploy ANSLQ-25 Nixie
Countermeasure
torpedo
system.
countermeasure
Yes.
systems.
Wow.
These are towed acoustic decoys that mimic the sound signature of the carrier. When a
Oh.
torpedo is detected, the Nixie is deployed on a
Oh,
long cable behind the ship.
wow! That's
Wow.
so
The
cool,
torpedo homes
This is
actually.
in on the
interesting.
decoy instead of the actual
Yeah.
carrier, while the ship takes evasive action. The newest carriers also feature the surface ship torpedo defense system, tested successfully in 2013. This combines passive detection with active countermeasures. It launches a countermeasure anti-torpedo, essentially a small torpedo designed to seek out and destroy the incoming weapon before it reaches the ship.
Wow.
Before we go further, take just a second to hit that like button and subscribe to
So
the channel.
enemy cannot
Over
reach to the ship.
98% of you watch without subscribing.
These things
It doesn't
are so
cost
advanced.
anything, but helps us keep bringing you content like this. Your support means everything. The electromagnetic revolution. Here's where things get really interesting. The newest Ford-class carriers
Whoa,
have replaced
that's
steam-powered systems with
insane.
electromagnetic
Whoa.
technology. The most visible example is the Electromagnetic Aircraft
A
Launch
big
System,
respect
or
to those
EMALS.
people who work
Instead of steam
here.
catapults,
My God.
Ford-class carriers
Yeah.
use linear motors to
And we
launch
can
aircraft.
assume that the weather
Electromagnetic
might be
coils
cold
create
here.
a powerful magnetic field that
Yeah,
accelerates a shuttle along a
definitely.
track.
And I
The
think
aircraft
about like
goes
the
from
night
0
time,
to
isn't it scary?
170
Like
miles
because in
per
the
hour
nighttime ocean
in
is
less than
so
300
dark,
Yeah,
feet.
you
yeah.
cannot see
The
anything.
acceleration
Yeah, and I
is
have
smoother
seen
than
many
steam catapults,
videos
which
like
reduces stress
at
on
the
aircraft
night
airframes
the
and
oceans
extends
are
their
very
service life.
scary.
EMALS can
Very
launch
scary.
everything from heavy aircraft to lightweight drones.
And like launching
All from
aircraft
the
at
same
that
system.
time is so
The system has
fast.
already
Yes.
performed over 9,000 launches aboard the USS Gerald R. Ford with impressive reliability. Ford-class carriers also use electromagnetic advanced arresting gear for recovering aircraft. Traditional systems use hydraulics and cables. The new AAG system uses electromagnetic braking, which
Wow.
reduces stress on aircraft and allows for recovery of a wider variety of aircraft types. Then there are the advanced weapons elevators. Instead of
Elevators,
hydraulic
whoa.
elevators,
Part.
Ford-class
That's
carriers use
crazy,
electromagnetic
man.
motors. These elevators move faster, carry heavier loads, and
Imagine
break down
having
less
an
frequently.
elevator
They can
in the
transport
ocean.
weapons directly
It's
from deep
crazy.
storage to the flight
Oh,
deck in
this
minutes
is crazy.
instead of hours.
Only
All of
Americans
this
can
electromagnetic
invent such
technology
things.
serves
Yeah.
a larger purpose. Ford-class carriers generate 3 times more electrical power than Nimitz-class ships.
Oh.
13,800 volts
I have to
compared to
say that
4,160
this aircraft
volts.
carrier has an
This
economy
massive
of
power
a small
surplus
nation.
isn't just for the systems already installed.
Yeah,
It's for the weapons coming
indeed,
next.
that's true.
Laser weapons ARE here. The Navy has been working on
Laser
directed
weapons.
energy weapons for decades, and they're finally reaching operational status.
Hmm.
In 2014, the Navy deployed the laser weapons system aboard the USS Ponce.
Whoa.
This 33
What?
kilowatt
In
laser
2014,
successfully
yeah,
engaged
like in
drones and
2026.
small boats
Yes.
during testing in the
Wow.
Persian Gulf. When the laser engages a drone, it focuses its beam on a critical component, usually the engine or fuel tank. Within seconds, the intense heat causes catastrophic failure. The drone catches fire and drops from the sky. The entire engagement costs approximately
Oh,
$1
$1 per
shot.
shot.
That was
In
10 years
Indian
ago.
rupees, it might be
Today's laser
around
systems are far more
94,
powerful.
200.
The high-energy laser with integrated
Yeah,
optical
yeah.
dazzler and surveillance
They're
system,
close to
or
100, I
Helios,
guess.
Yes.
generates 60 kilowatts of power and is already installed on destroyers that escort carriers. This system integrates directly with the ship's Aegis
This
combat
is
system.
so crazy. The
Helios
laser
can
which is
track and
coming out
engage
from
multiple
that
targets
carrier.
simultaneously.
Yeah, and that
It
looks
uses
so
adaptive
cool.
optics
Yeah.
to
Like
compensate
if
for
somebody's watching
atmospheric
from the
distortion.
distance, that looks so
The
cool.
system has a
True.
range of over 6 nautical miles and can engage everything from small drones to anti-ship missiles.
Wow.
Lockheed Martin is currently developing 150
Oh, wow.
kilowatt versions,
And this is
with
also
300
going to be
kilowatt
very
systems
heavy.
planned for the near future.
Yeah.
The Navy's ultimate
It might
goal is
be
to
in
deploy
1,000
lasers
ton-
powerful enough to
ton.
destroy hypersonic missiles.
Hmm.
Current research focuses on reaching 1 megawatt of power. Northrop Grumman
Wow.
completed preliminary design work on such a system in 2022. Ford-class carriers were
This is
designed
so
with the electrical
scary
capacity
as
to
well as
support these future
crazy.
laser systems. Within the next decade,
Yeah.
carriers may carry multiple laser
Oh,
systems
wow.
capable of engaging
Dad,
threats at
mom, and
various
son,
ranges and
or a
altitudes.
daughter.
Wow.
Why
It
does
looks
this matter?
like that.
Traditional missile defense is expensive. A single
Oh.
SM-2 interceptor missile costs $2.1 million.
$2.1 million.
An SM-6
Oh my
costs
gosh.
$3.9
That's a
million.
huge
A
amount,
single
man.
During
missile.
operations against Houthi forces in the Red Sea, Navy ships fired over 200 interceptor missiles in just a few months, costing hundreds of millions of dollars. Laser weapons cost about $1 per shot and never run out of ammunition as long as the ship has power.
Wow.
Drone
The drone
hunters.
hunters.
Drone hunters.
Here's something
Wow.
the Navy
A
just
big,
started deploying
big,
this
big
year.
salute to
Dedicated
American Navy.
anti-drone systems. The USS Gerald R. Ford's 2025 deployment includes 2 new weapon systems specifically designed to counter cheap, expendable drones. The first is the Coyote
Wow.
Drone Interceptor.
Coyote drone.
This is essentially a drone designed
Again,
to hunt
an
other
interesting
drones.
name.
It launches from a tube, deploys wings, and uses autonomous guidance to track and destroy
Oh.
enemy drones. Each
Oh.
Coyote
My
costs around
God.
$125,000.
Yeah, obviously.
Still
that's
expensive, but
expensive.
far cheaper than using SM-2 missiles against $2,000 drones.
They're
The
they're
second
calling
system
it
is
cheap.
called
It's not at all cheap,
Roadrunner.
bro.
This is a twin-jet autonomous interceptor that can detect, track, and engage targets at extended ranges. The fascinating thing about
Oh,
Roadrunner
it's
is that it's
reusable.
reusable.
Okay, so
If it doesn't
basically
engage
you
a
want
target,
time
it can
investment
return to the
only.
ship and land vertically,
Yeah.
then be refueled and relaunched. These drone hunting systems represent a fundamental shift in naval warfare. For decades, the threat came from expensive, sophisticated missiles. Now carriers face swarms of cheap drones that can be launched from small boats or pickup trucks.
Wow.
Traditional
Wow.
missile defenses work perfectly against sophisticated threats, but they're economically unsustainable against disposable drones. The new systems restore the economic balance. The AIM-174B surprise.
Crazy,
In 2024, the Navy quietly deployed a new long-range air-to-air missile called the AIM-174B.
Ames 174.
Wow, what a video it was. So we got to know things about aircraft carriers, and basically I have to say that it is not a ship. Okay, it is a city which is it is a moving city which works with weapons, and its power is not weapons, but its power is its plane. We have to say that, and we only not got to know about the thing, got to know about missiles and all, but we also got to know about the carriers. So this video was so informative, and we have to say this is so expensive, and we also got to know that around 4,000 workers work here, so that's a huge number. And what a crazy video it was, and it's my basically now after watching this video, it became my dream to witness same thing in my real life.
Yeah, definitely. Same here. Like same goes for me as well. And also like after watching this video, like I've realized that Americans are like way ahead of their times. We saw that laser light thing, and also we saw the elevators and the missiles and the cost of missiles. Oh my God, they don't use cheap stuff. They only use expensive and useful stuff. And also like this just shows that this aircraft carrier is so like big, and like as she said said that 4,000 people are working over there, and I mean, like, kind of work they have, because it's not just flying, you have to just fly the jet, all other things are also very important. So this was a like very informative video to watch. So how did you find this video? Please let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share and
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.